What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Letitia and this is That's So Letitia. And to all of my new viewers, supporters, subscribers, welcome guys. If you have not yet already subscribed, hopefully by the end of this video, if you like what you see, you will have hit that subscribe button. And if you already have subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell so each time I upload, you will be notified. And to all of my returning supporters, viewers, subscribers, welcome back guys. I have another great video for you all. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. I'm out of No Spend September. I'm excited. I was able to actually take my card off lock, take my account off of freeze, and actually do some shopping. So much so that my excitement has caused me to do my base ahead of time and just jump right into one of my new purchases. Now, if any of you guys saw my last video, the last video that I posted, it was basically speaking to the holiday palettes, at least some holiday palette releases that were coming up, some that we received sneak peeks on. And I made mention in the video about one in particular that I was like so stoked to purchase, couldn't wait to get it. So I gave you guys a more or less like a review of the previous year's palette. Well, I just picked up the Mcgrath 2022 holiday palette. This one is called the Celestial Nirvana palette. This is, like last year, her 18 pan palette. This one here, it gives me all the feels, and this is why. Pat is known for her shimmers, her metallics, her very luxurious runway quality, high-end quality palettes, eyeshadows, things of that nature. Like, we know Pat loves a good shimmer. Well, for this particular palette, Pat listened to her audience. I love that she's so involved on like her social media. You leave her comments, suggestions, questions. She or someone who is just as dedicated to her brand as herself, they're always responding. Usually right after you post, you're getting some sort of love back. And I'm thinking that it's that type of commitment to her social media and to her fan base that allowed her to present us with such a palette this year. Now, the reason I say that is because, first of all, we have a color story here that is for the ages. Really it is. Like, Pat is known for her pinks, for her rose golds, for her antique golds, especially in the way of shimmers. This color story gives you variety. Not only does it give you variety in colors, but it gives you variety in textures. So, for instance, her last year's palette, I believe we had 4 mattes. So for this year, we actually have 9 mattes, and then we have a variety of shimmers, pressed glitters for the remaining shades that she offered. Without further ado, let me grab my M504 Morphe and let's get to working. So for my transition shade for this particular eye, I will be using this shade here. Let me get a good grip on it. And this shade is actually called Desert Divinity. Hopefully you guys can make it out. It's this shade here. And I'm just, again, going to take my Morphe M504 and we're going to apply I already applied an eye primer, so I'm going to go in very thin, light layers. Less is more, and you can always build up should you need to or desire to. And then I'm going to do the same to this eye. And now for the first shadow that I will be using, it is going to be this blue one here. And this one is called the Nocturnal Navy, which is also another matte shade here. Using the M504, I'm going to apply to the back corner of my eye. And I'm just going to pack that in there. And these colors, like always, very rich, very true to color. Very pigmented, so again, less is more, and then allow yourself to build up to the maximum color payoff that you're looking for. And now I'm going to use a Morphe M441 and just going to go along the outer perimeter just to soften it. I'm not using any additional product at this time. That blue is spectacular. I love this. This is cute. Oh, that's cute. That is nice. And the same over here. No additional product. And I like how the blend here kind of helped give it more or less like a gradient look. So that's the same thing we're looking to achieve over here. And this one I ordered online, so the same day that it dropped, at least for her pre-orders, I put my bid in, and let me tell y'all, the wait was nerve-wracking because typically I'm used to like ordering product and within 1 or 2 days you're getting like that tracking email. For this one, no, absolutely not. Pack took pre-orders, but we had to wait. Oh, I want to say my pre-order was on the 23rd, I believe so, the 23rd, and today is the 30th. So yeah, it was a few days, give or take. I mean, it wasn't that long, but it was like long enough, especially if, you know, you really wanted to get your hands on this palette. Okay, so now that we have that on both sides, I'm going to use the exact same one, Nocturnal Navy, and using the M504, actually going to now place it in the inner corners of my eyes. Being careful. That's there. We're going to blend in a moment. And so far, I'm just kind of packing what was on the brush. Perfect. Using that same Morphine M441, but this time I'm going to go back into, what is this one? Desert Divinity. And I'm going to pick up a little bit of product, not much, dust off the excess, and then same applies as we did previously. We're just going to soften the outer perimeters of said product. Same thing over here. Okay, so now that we've softened the outer perimeters, I'm going to wipe my M441 off, and now we're going to kind of work in some of the Nocturnal Navy, just so that it doesn't look so like in your face. It's a bold enough color, so I want to make sure we tone it down just a tad bit. And now I'm going to use this shade here. This one is called Cosmic Champagne. Applying with my finger. Going to take and put that right in the middle of Nocturnal Navy. I mean, that is bold. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is bold. Okay. Wow. And now using my M441, let's try and tone that down just a bit. Okay, perfect. So we achieved that with little to no effort needed. And now we're going to do the same to this eye. Cosmic Champagne. That is gorgeous, and literally just one swipe of my finger, and look at how much product and how bold the color payoff is. Gorgeous. I mean, but look who we're talking about. Mcgrath. I wouldn't have expected anything less been perfection from her. I have not purchased a product yet and was sideways with it, or like, yeah, I don't know. And now using a Eco Tools smudge brush, I am going to use Nocturnal Navy, this one again, and we're going to apply that to my lower lash line. I'm going to start at the back. And let's bring it over. And we're just going to bring it over midway. Same thing to this eye. So how are you guys enjoying this palette? Has anyone else purchased it? Did you all get yours in the mail today as well? I saw that quite a few people were just as anticipating the palette as myself, and it looks like they got their delivery today as well. So how are we liking it? Or are you guys still just kind of, you know, viewing different tutorials, different reviews on this to see if you like it or not? I'm going to take this matte green shade here. This one is called, what's this one? Altered Slate. This shade here. Using the same smudge brush. And I'm going to apply it to the inner portion here. That is pretty. And moving on to my blush. The blush I will be using is by Juvia's Place. This is the Saharan Blush Volume 1. And the particular shades I will be using are Abby and Neo. And I'm going to apply using my Eco Tools blush brush. And moving on to the lips. So first I will be applying a lip liner. This is Chestnut by MAC. And just a light layer outer perimeter of the lips. And to fill it in, I'm going to use by Huda Beauty. This is a soft matte lipstick and it's in the shade named Last Night. And this is what it looks like. This is a matte, cool toned nude shade. Speaking of cool tones, for this particular palette, I noticed that we got a nice amount of cool tones, which is also a pleasant surprise for our brand as well. Now, if you are more or less wanting to only concentrate on the boldness of your eye, you can leave a nude lip such as this one, throw on your lashes, and then you're done. But if you want to be extra, like I'm about to be right now, you could throw on a lipstick or lip gloss topper. The one I am using, this is by Mcgrath and it's called Lavendering, and it's a iridescent, let me just, oh my gosh, let me just show you guys. It is freaking gorgeous. Hopefully my camera picked it up. So I'm going to apply that on top of the Last Night by Huda Beauty. And you don't need that much, because like with all of her products, the quality is top-notch. It's superb. Chef's kiss, 10 stars across the board. So you don't have to overly apply to get your point across. So I'm just patting it in, not using any additional product. All right, guys, so this is the final look. Off camera, I applied a little bit of black liquid liner by Maybelline, and of course some wispy lashes by Ardell. So what do we think? Are we loving this palette? Are we loving Miss Pat's contribution to the holiday makeup season for 2022? Let me know in the comments. Have you purchased it already? Are you still on the fence? Is this color story one that you feel as though you cannot work with, so you're passing? Let me know. Let me know if your $88, the cost of this palette, will be spent this holiday season on this palette, or if we're going to pass. And as always, a description of the products that were used in this video will be featured in the description box below. And guys, as always, thank you so much for viewing this video. I know it was rather short, sweet, and to the point. That was on purpose. I just wanted to give you guys glam, not so much chit chat for this particular video. But if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, share, comment, and if you have not yet already subscribed, now is your opportunity to do so. Guys, thank you ever so much again for your continued support. It is more than appreciated. It is very uplifting, encouraging, and very motivational. It's what keeps this channel going. And with all of that jazz being said, stay safe, take care, please exercise self-care. It is not a privilege, but a daily necessity. And until next time, guys, we shall chat again soon.